All right, all right. It's finally working. Let's go, let's go. Welcome, guys. New week, new opportunities. With the previous link, I made a new stream because by accident, I choose this is made for kids, and then they disable the chat and stuff. So I was like, okay, let's do it again. But now we are live. So very exciting stuff coming up. And what we're going to do today, as usual, first we're going over Forex Factory. We're going to look, okay, what kind of news do we have this week? Then we're going over DXY and the rest of the pairs. And after the weekly outlook, after I discuss all my pairs on the watch list, then I'm going over your questions. And after weekly outlook, we have a small break until 9 a.m. EST, and then we start the regular live stream. And we're going trading. So, first of all, can everybody hear me? Is my audio good? And if yes, I'm going to start with the outlook. And it's very interesting because Monday and Tuesday, no red folders. So today and tomorrow, no red folders. And that doesn't mean you cannot trade, but that means the volatility injections of news are not present today and tomorrow. So if you are trapped in some consolidation or you're seeing some weird movements, could be that price just waiting for the red folders that started Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So keep that in mind. All right, as you can see at the right side, I have a long list this week. And that has to do with lots of stuff. And starting with news, we have Euro and GBP red folders on Wednesday. We have CAD rates on Wednesday as well during the New York AM session. We have Thursday, we have the first USD red folder, employment claims, and Friday we USD. So that's very exciting, very interesting for DXY as well. Like DXY doesn't need to move until Thursday. I think it will, and I'm going to show you in a second what I think DXY will do. But keep it in mind. Monday, Tuesday, no news, so be humble with your expectations. CAD rates, of course, very excited. One of the big three. Big three is interest rates, NFP, and CPI, inflation. And that said, let's go over DXY. And we are currently at the weekly on DXY. Last week, as discussed at the previous weekly outlook, we touched both this monthly sell-side liquidity pool and this monthly sell-side liquidity pool. And then it fails to displace lower. So that means, remember, when price takes a low and the candle fails to close below it, close above it, then you can expect the next candle to take the high of the previous candle. This is daily bias episode 2 and 3 from the 2024 mentorship. So that means my low-hanging fruit objective, and I'll go to the daily as well, with an overlapping part between a daily and a weekly SIBI. So that's my low-hanging fruit target for this week. That is 104.50. And I think price can deliver that before the red folder from Thursday and Friday to potentially see a move like this. I'm just going to watch what price will do once we are inside this weekly and daily SIBI. But that's my low-hanging fruit. Like overall, we have a bearish order flow, but we took some big liquidity pools inside the order block here. Why is this an order block, this down close candle? We see we trade into this fair value gap. So keep that in mind. We go a little lower, for example, to the 1 hour. I already marked out this original consolidation. I like these lows for later. So for example, we can have a market maker model from here. This is something I am having in the back of my mind, and it all depends how we move today and tomorrow. If that's going to play out, just wait for that smart money reversal, because we can also go to the daily and weekly SIBI. Then just chill and then go up even more. You know this yet. So low hanging fruit, this area. Again, if you have any questions, make sure you both say the pair, the time frame, and your question. So after the weekly outlook, I will go over every question. So you guys have everything you need. All right, then JPY. Very interesting. We finally have some movement here. I don't know why this is so big. I mark it like this. So we had this ever moving downwards, and all the JPY crosses were moving upwards very aggressively. And now we have finally some movement towards the upside, and that's very nice. We're going over some JPY short opportunities very soon. On the weekly, we are likely going to disrespect this order block and SIBI, but it depends on how we close this week, of course. If we close over it, this becomes a breaker, a bullish breaker, and we can go even higher. So perhaps a nice swing position could be on the cards if we continue with that. Based on how Friday we respected this busy and now going higher is very promising for JPY shorts. Just like DXY, when JPY basket goes up, the crosses go down. When DXY goes up, the USD crosses go down. It all works the same. As well, what I want to discuss is the down movement of the Canadian dollar. Remember, we have CAD rates coming up Wednesday. I'm not going to trade before CAD rates, but I think the rates will push price lower finally to this sell side liquidity pool on Canadian dollar. That means the currency goes down. I'm expecting the crosses to go up. Just like if my DXY goes down, crosses go up. So in my list are crosses. I think Canadian dollar can go higher. Same for New Zealand. I think it's very weak. This is the SMT pairs. You guys know what I mean by that. For AUD and NCD, I think AUD is still the strongest of the two. We have low hanging fruit is going to be this weekly SIBI. And Euro GBP on the weekly. We discussed this internal to external previously, and I think again we can have this week a weekly internal to external. Perhaps today high of the week. I know what we do right now. But let's see if we respect this to go lower or we are moving upwards. But for now, what you should keep in mind for Euro GBP, Euro is weaker against the pound for the last few weeks. All right, and then Nasdaq. Ooh, what a week, guys! What a week! Look at this, 20. What is 800? 19, 19,670. That is over 1,000 points last week. That's actually insane. I was traveling most of the week, so I'm quite sad that I missed the whole move here. But for this week, I have 2 points of interest, just like last week. Daily SIBI and last week's low. Let's see how we going to move today. I'm going over this during the 10 a.m. game as well. I'll give a little teaser. I see a 4-hour busy here to go higher. And for the weekly profile, I think we can have a Monday or Tuesday high of the week inside the daily SIBI to have a classic sell profile week. But again, you cannot predict that. That's all like analyzing and waiting for price to do. So Monday, I'm going to be humble because I just want to see one of the two being taken. And I think this is a very nice opportunity from the daily SIBI to go short. So that means probably today and tomorrow my buys will be longs. But let's see if price shows me something else. Well, ES, the same. Daily SIBI to go lower. We have an SD at the highs with the indices, so my overall bias is lower for the indices. And if you want, from the daily bias videos and from the open, high, low, close, if you want a black candle, You want price to first go higher and then go lower. This is what I expect for Nasdaq. A black down weekly candle. And keep in mind, after a huge move like this, 1,000 points, price could have a small candle this week. Little consolidation before another expansion. But I think price lost the move. There's lots of fundamental news as well with like the presidential election, like Biden withdrawing and stuff. Like it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. I think, guys, these coming weeks and months are going to be the most crazy thing you will ever see in the market. Like U.S. elections. With the inner circle mentorship that's launching soon, I'm going over. We're going to backtest the last election, and I think you shoot as homework. It's very funny. It's very funny. Very nice. UK 100. Well, broken record. Still waiting for this to happen. Yeah, I have an alarm set for this, and let's see. Then euro dollar. Well, you guys know I want low hang fruit higher DXY. That means low hang fruit is lower USD crosses. Well, I think this is the one with the highest potential. I think it's ready to go lower. Let's see. Yeah, on the open we already touched this SIBI. I think we can go lower very soon. Together with a higher DXY. Then for GU, GU is of course stronger than EU. So I think we're gonna dabble. I don't know if that's a word, but I think we're just going to chill here in the weekly SIBI before going higher. With DXY internal to external lower, I think GU will do the same. Shorts, I will favor Euro. Longs, I will favor GBP. Why? Because of the price movement of Euro GBP. Then AUD USD. AUD USD is just dying with this movement. I like this. Like probably we're gonna have a weekly SIBI being created. Here on the daily, the closest premium array, or the closest for value gap, I must say, is here. We have a small breaker here. So let's see what we do. Low hanging fruit, of course, are these filler swings right here. So perhaps we can create it for value gap on Wednesday to go lower. Not seeing too much for AUD USD. Like when you have all black candles, it's kind of harder to enter. Like you have 1, 2, little up close candle, 4 for value gaps on 4 hour. It will do probably with higher DXY, something like this. But the question is from which for value gap? This one, this one, this one, you don't know. So what you could do, if you anticipate lower AUD USD, mark out all the arrays and then go to the lower time frame. So for example, you think this array is going to be the one. It's going to be hold and then go lower. Go to 50-minute or 5-minute. And then just wait for price to come up. Wait for aggressive sells, aggressive buys, and then try to catch the move. So higher DXY, short term means lower AUD USD, also a lower entity USD. Well, entity just dying, like I mentioned before. The entity is just dying, and with strong USD, you have stuff like this. Low hanging fruit, very clear drawn liquidity. It's already there, almost 9 points, 10 points away. Is the weekly busy right here. What you could do is perhaps take a nice Skool model entry. Like there are some per value gaps. So if you want to go lower for entity USD, we probably will do that from this for value gap or this for value gap to go lower. Perhaps you can take a Skool model little scalp long, or you can just wait for a retracement to go longer, to go short again. That's the cool part about weak pairs. Again, if DXY shows strength again, we'll probably just take out all these swing highs. But short term, weekly SIBI, also this daily busy, and also this daily busy. It's very nice. Then Euro AUD. I think this is my lowest probability. I'm not sure why it's on the list. I just want some lower prices. I want to catch the start of a market maker sell model on both Euro AUD and GAUD and SFTT highs here. Like very strong, very strong. Look at the last 2 weeks. There's no entry in this price leg. Very hard to get one. Already like almost no rebalancing. Little one here, I think on 4 hours, very clean. Yeah, 4 hour in this value gap before we higher again. So this is going to be my lowest probability. I have it on the list just to check if you make that smart money reversal, that aggressive buys, aggressive sells. But my main game is going to be the cat pairs because we have rates, and rates is just one of the big boys. So now I'm checking for example for AUD cat. If I'm expecting a weak Canadian dollar, remember I think for the Canadian dollar we can tag this 71.95 this week with rates. Just boom, black candle. That means cat crosses my bias is higher. Well, where do you want to go higher from? Well, busies. We're now in this weekly busy on AUD cat. And if you're expecting a weak cat, you want to pair that with a strong currency. AUD is strong, USD short term also strong, GBP is strong. And when cat decides with the rates that it's going to be strong again, then of course I'm going to look for shorts, but then on where is EuroCAD, NZD-CAD. So it depends on the rates. So cat pairs are now just on the watch list, but I'm going to trade them after Wednesday or during Wednesday, New York AM. If they already, like for example here, if we would have a weekly internal to external, what I would expect for price to do is this. From this, value gap, smart money reversal to the high. If before the rates we already made this movement, like a aggressive sells, aggressive buys, and we are here at rates, of course, I'm going to take a nice position, big stop loss to check if I can catch that move. If it doesn't happen, then I'm on the sidelines until Wednesday for all the cat pairs. Oh, NZD cat has the same weekly busy. If you want to long, of course, choose AUD. Why? AUD is stronger against NZD. USD cat is already going higher. I think low hanging fruit, of course. I think we're already here. Yeah, we're almost there. Low hanging fruit are this swing high and this swing high. If cat wants to go weak and USD wants to go strong. So for example, when DXY just goes through this weekly SIBI, then USD cat can also have a very nice long idea. I'm very flexible on USD cat this week. I'm gonna see what price does with this high, but also these silver swings. So yeah, very excited, very excited. It's just a waiting game this week. Like it's Monday, I need to be very patient for the cat pairs. EuroCat the same. Low hanging fruit, the high here. I hope to see some rebalancing. Look at this. We have 1, 2, 3. It's the 5th week in a row that EuroCat is bullish. This is insane. And that's very nice because on the monthly, we are consolidating. So it's nice to see some form of expansion finally. Well, GCAT the same. It is high here. I think the 21, yeah, this is the yearly high right here. Big buy-side liquidity pool. So it will be very nice to see for GCAT this move, or if I can catch it, a small scalp like this. That's for the cat pairs. GSF, I think, is still not done with the upside. We had like massive down momentum for the last, I think, 2 weeks. But now we are reaching discount rates again. So for example, for GBP, GSF, like if I want to see upside, right, I need to have the strongest pairs, GBP and AUD. GBP, I'm gonna watch what we do in this busy. And of course, guys, you guys know the drill, right? Fill your swings right here. So that means tap like this. It's exactly what I want to see. We're waiting for that. AUD GSF. I think this is the daily. Yeah, daily. Busy. Same as well, like failure swings. So let's see what we do in this daily busy if we see some higher prices. Like what I like about the price action here on CSF, look at this. This is all very easy liquidity to grab. So also here I'm just waiting for some displaced upwards to see if I can catch a nice market maker buy model. So like I think the last like 6 or 7 pairs we discussed are in the early stage of a nice setup. For example, NQ is very ripe. The USD pairs are very ripe to already take early in the week. For example, AUD, CAD, and CSF, little more waiting time. For the JPY pairs, I already mentioned, I'm seeing higher JPY. Of course, we need to close above this up close candle. Why this then becomes a bullish breaker to go higher from will be very nice. And that means lower JPY. Well, where do you want to go lower from? Of course, premium arrays. We have a weekly SIBI created, but we also have already a daily SIBI. So I'm going to wait what we do to respect this to go lower. If we do, for example, here on use JPY, it will be very nice later in the week when DXY respects the weekly SIBI to go lower to then take a nice trade for use JPY short to take out all the lows here. So much liquidity down here. Same for Euro JPY. Looks almost the same. AO JPY as well. And CAD JPY. Like with CAD JPY, it's even more easier because, again, JPY strong, Canadian dollar weak. This is one of my favorite pairs for this week. So I'm going to be quite aggressive for this entry. Like, for example, now we already rebalanced on Sunday. I'm going to see this 4-hour SIBI what we do. Potentially already create a short on a lower time frame towards the equal lows right here. These ones. Something like this. But again, it's all early stages. Nothing concrete yet. Like for the last few hours, we did nothing on CAD JPY. Of course, it's not a London mover, CAD JPY. It's an US, New York and Asia mover. So yeah, that's for the JPY pairs. So I see higher JPY, that means lower JPY crosses. If JPY decides to go down again and not respecting right here, and it does respect that weekly SIBI, like the bodies need to respect it. Like this body respects it. But if we close this week above here, then we're probably seeing higher prices with this as low hanging fruit. That's nice because then we can just take full on margin shorts for our JPY pairs. But we need to have a little more patience for that. Then golds. Very interesting. Well, if you were attending the Friday stream last week, you know what I see on gold. Low hanging fruit. The daily SIBI. Busy, I mean, I think you can catch a very nice Skool model long towards daily SIBI. And let's see what we do here. You never know. We can do this for gold, but we also can do this. I'm just going to wait what we do inside this daily busy. I'm expecting to have a nice little long. How many points is that? Like, I think 91. Yeah, it's like 20 points. That's cool. That's cool for gold. Silver is very weak. Wow. Silver is already at this low. Like, what is it? This is the January. Oh, I mean, June. Yeah, June low. This is the June low for gold. Look at the difference. Like, it's huge. So, where gold low hanging fruit is the daily busy, silver low hanging fruit is the June low. Again, aiming for a potential Skool model. Or is this daily SIBI? And then lastly, the cryptos. Bitcoin. Holy. What a move, guys. From 54,000 at the beginning of this month up until like 68 today. Yeah, 68K. I was looking at that and I was Let's remove this for now. Last week, I said, like, I'm going to watch this daily busies, but I don't need them anymore. And why? This up close candle. This was supposed to be an order block, right? To go lower again. Up close candle into a value gap, order block to go lower. When an order block fails, it becomes a breaker. Look at how we touched in this breaker 1, 2, 3 times before expanding away. And on Sunday yesterday, we rebalanced in this value gap, and now we're going higher again. So I don't need these lows to be taken anymore. Also, we have an Ethereum ETF coming out, I think tomorrow or very soon. So yeah, quite bullish on the cryptos. If the ETF is a sell the news event, then we probably will see rebalancing, but it will probably be like a big wick before taking out all this liquidity up here. Look at this, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4 highs, 4 swing highs. That's just too juicy to leave behind. So higher prices for crypto. That's it. That's it. That's it. Any questions? I'm now go over the chat. Toto, congratulations on your college. Very nice. For DXY on the daily, what would be my low target when we deliver bearish out of the daily for value gap? Last week's low. Like, what I like about, like, of course, we are very bearish, but I like how we have this up close candle. This can become an order block. This down close candle, I'm treating this as an order block right now. Why? It's a down close candle. It took out lots of liquidity, aggressive sells, aggressive buys. And now the bodies are respecting here. We touch the order block again, and now we're going higher. So I don't need price to go lower anytime soon. I'm expecting it, but I will be favoring longs for DXY very soon. I think it's already going. Yeah. So during the stream, we're going to look for shorts for USD pairs. Let me know if to answer your question, Taco Brin. NQ, ES, and Gold. I went over this. If you have any questions, let me know. What's the reason you mostly use for value gaps and highs and lows as my point of interest and not, for example, order blocks? I see them as a little hierarchy. So when you backtest price on a higher time frame, it just does two things. Goes to highs and lows or back to imbalances. For imbalances, they go back to highs or lows. So I don't need order blocks for that. Order blocks are second in line. Like, I like them to support that idea from internal to external, external to internal. Love your weekly outlook streams. Thank you, Kiko. Appreciate it. NQ, very confusing. Okay, let me try to clear it up for you. Like on a weekly. Let's do monthly first. Monthly, we are about to create a massive monthly bullish value gap after, what is it? 7 days from now. On a weekly, we just took out this June 24 low. This one. And then we displaced upwards. So today, I don't think it's very confusing. I think this candle is screaming to go up here. And the cool part is, if it doesn't want to do it, like, I really like this. Look at this. There are swings. So I think price will first go for 2162 to the equal highs here. Then I think it will chill for a bit inside the daily civvy. And then slowly and steady going lower. That's my bias for NQ for the week. So let me know if it clears up the confusion. So for your notes for NQ, you don't need to predict where we go next. Just try to have 2 or 3 point of interest. And for me, the point of interest for Nasdaq this week is the daily SIBI here, the bearish value gap, and last week's low. Looking at the Monday candle currently, this is the only information we have. It's kind of green. That indicates higher prices. And I mentioned this before. When I want a bearish weekly candle, I want a Monday or Tuesday low of the week for then go lower. Remember that point of the power of 3 or the AMD? Accumulation, manipulation, distribution. The move higher, I guess, is the manipulation move of the weekly candle before distributing lower. At the same time, if you, for example, now just go lower, I'm going to treat it as a manipulation to then go higher. And then next week, I'm going to anticipate lower prices. So I'm just on the sideline. What the information I see right now, I see the equal highs to the daily SIBI being tagged. But yeah, the 10 AM game in later this session will give us the answers. So we're very excited about it. And the cool part is, guys, for example, if price just rockets upwards, like no entry, this is so nice for shorts. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Friday PM low of the week. Yeah, this is so nice for shorts later. So, yeah. Are you referring to a weekly candle? I'm not sure what you mean, CM. What I did with NQ? Yes, I'm referring in a weekly profile. If I'm expecting a bearish week, I want Monday and Tuesday to go higher because that's a classic sell profile. Accumulation, manipulation higher, distribution lower. Amazing. And Yehia for S&P, so for ES, similar. So here, NQ and ES move kind of the same. So on ES, we have 2 bearish value gaps, but we have this order block sitting right here in this value gap. So I think this level, what is it? 5622 is going to be very huge. I don't know if I'm precise enough. No, I'm not. Somewhere here, yeah, you know the drill. So somewhere here, order block for value gap. So as well for ES, we have this last week's low as point of interest. And we have the daily SIBI and bearish order block. So then again, I want to see what price does inside. Here, you go lower. Or we can go to this SIBI as well. Do again? There's a weekly. On what pair? I think you tried to say NQ. I think you said New York. Let me know what you mean, Diogen. Which pair? CM. I'm expecting for Nasdaq to go do that. Yeah, but it's all based on only how many hours of price action? 12 or something. So that's why not trading Mondays, if you're not profitable, is kind of a nice thing to do. And why is it a nice thing to do? By the way, I really like this as low-hanging fruit. Oh, equal highs, 1 hour, 1 hour SIBI. But when you don't trade Mondays, guys, you have so much more information. Like, you don't need to pay for information. You can just sit on your hands, just chill. I don't know, go read a book or go watch Netflix or whatever. Come back tomorrow. And then you know, okay, we already trade into the daily SIBI, for example. Or during this session, we just had a big black candle towards the low already. And then you know for Tuesday, you already more information. Okay, Are we then going to create a buy program or sell program for the rest of the week? And on Monday, it's kind of guessing. There's not much information left. Same for the XY. Of course, this is so obvious that we're going higher. So if you want to take a position, I would definitely recommend it. I would say Euro shorts is the game. But hey, that's totally up to you. You take trade? Yes, I do take trades live. Yes, I do. So for NQ, there's a weekly inversion for value gap and a daily. Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. Right here. Yeah, I don't use inversion value gaps too much, but of course, yeah, I see it. Oh, that's a nice shortcut, Kiko. I did use that. The way I'm praying 930 manipulation down. Yeah, it would be nice. It would be nice. Like, for example, we're going to discuss this in the 9 a.m. stream. I'm going to close the weekly outlook soon. For example, here in the 1 hour, we could have a manipulation to go higher. Let's see, in the 4 hour, we also have this. But again, guys, it's not for the weekly outlook. It's a daily outlook. And that's what we're going to do in the live stream in a few minutes. So are there any other questions for the higher time frame weekly outlook? I'm unprofitable, been 1 year, knew almost everything info-wise, but failed to execute. Any advice? Yes. First of all, I would say cut through all the noise. So that means make a trading plan that only has a few things on it. An example, a liquidity grab, market structure shift, market maker model, and fair value gap order books. 5 things. No end books, no end docs, no CRT, no whatever. Just 5 things you're focusing on. Make a nice trade plan around it, execute it consistently, and you see what happens. And be okay with losing 10 trades in a row. Just execute. All right, guys. Yeah, if you like this kind of videos, these kind of outlooks, please don't forget to press the like button. If you're new here, you know where the subscribe button is. And we're now going to have a 50-minute break before the 9 a.m. stream. And we're going to do live trade and also play the 10 a.m. game on NASDAQ. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in 15 minutes. Bye-bye.